Load. Load. Mortals always lie. If a mortal isn't talking, it means she's busy lying to herself. Succubus proverb. Huh. Well, that's a little dark. Alright, well, that aside, we are in the... Where is it? I think I'm in the Blackwing Library right now. Yeah. Alright. Let's go deal with that. Alright.
We'll make things right.
That's the spirit.
Am I doing it wrong?
Okay. Trying to cast healing. Example. Sorry. I can't use it on her. Oh, it's because it's supposed to be once per day. I already used it on her. Okay. Do some basic healing. Alright. Mage armor on Ember. Does Ninio have mage armor right now? Nope. Alright.
Trust in yourself.
Mage armor on Ninio. Let's check out this Black Library.
Something.
Alright. What we got? Stuff. A comma. And the scroll. We got some NPCs over here. Might as well go over to the obvious open fire. Crusader. Chalib. What's going on, Chalib? Oh. A stocky knight with a head of messy black hair stands before you. His armor is spattered with blood. He greets you with a deep, booming voice. This is easy to imitate. The hefty crusader smiles merrily, paying no heed to the blood-curdling shrieks coming from the pyre, and the acrid smell of burning flesh. You were wandering around besieged Tenebris. The demons managed to take the initiative, inflict serious damage on the city's defenders. They burn well enough, don't they? Cursed traitors. Arilu's minions. These vermin infiltrated the Crusader forces and aided the demons from inside the city. But I caught them. I am Captain Chalib Sazilmel, and these men are my subordinates. A strange feeling rises up within you. It is pure instinct. You don't know what you're about to do, but you are certain that it is right. Perception 17. Take a closer look at these ruthless crusaders. Plus 9 bonus thanks to, what's her name, Windwalk. Success. Chalib is talking too loudly, all while casting sidelong looks at you. You have seen similar behavioral quirks before, in liars. Oh, shit. Oh, requires trickster mystic path. Give in to the strange instinct. Put out those flames, I order you, in the name of Baphomet. The words fly out of your mouth before you can even think them. Some gut instinct told you that this is precisely what needs to be said in this moment. And the words hit their target. The Crusaders jump in surprise and look at each other in terror. Sir, Chad. Sir, we didn't know you were one of us. You heard him. Put the flames out. Cuffing his lackeys round the head, Caleb herds them straight toward the fire. All three of them start trying to fight the flames, showing no concern for their own safety. An inexplicable feeling of rightness flows through you. You enjoy seeing the look of oafish terror on the faces of the Crusaders and his lackeys when you rebuke them for their fecklessness. You blithering idiots, you cack-headed dimwits, you empty suits of armor.
Yeah.
Or, quickly you worms, if you keep dawdling, I'll throw you into the furnace at the Great Garrison. Last is, whoever doesn't pull his weight is a dead man. I'll take the other two into Baphomet's forces. That one. With a wary look in your direction, Caleb abandons his own attempts to quell the flames and turns his focus on thumping and kicking his subordinates to hurry them along. The method proves surprisingly effective, and the flames begin to dwindle. Oh wow, I can say all three. Okay. You blithering idiots. Cock-headed dimwits, empty suits of armor. Or no. Quickly, you worms. If you keep dawdling, I'll throw you in the furnace of Great Garrison. Caleb grunts in wordless terror and desperately fights the flames. Every so often, he sends murderous looks at his associates, whom he has clearly already condemned to death. Windowag is overcome with laughter. Move, you pathetic lumps, or else the master will let me do whatever I like to you.
Yeah.
So which one of you idiots fancies being locked in a chest with a dozen hungry rats? You blithering idiots, you cack-headed dimwits, you empty suits of armor. You watch in satisfaction as Caleb and his two lackeys rush to put out the alchemist's fires. Their armor becomes covered in soot and welts rise on their skin from the flames. Succumbing to another strange oratorical impulse, you chivvy them along with barked orders and florid invective. Evil. This one on the left isn't pulling his weight. We've got room for slackers. Damn. Report, who are you? Caleb is... Alright, yeah, report, who are you? The Crusader's eyes bulge in fear as he barks out, Caleb Sazabel, former knight of the Order of Everbright Crusaders, deserter. These two are my mates from playing cards. Local fences for stolen goods. Reliable men. We set an ambush and caught 4 Crusaders. We wish to join the ranks of the triumphant army of the Whirlwind. Ninio. I must admit that the rationality of this individual should be questioned and subjected to thorough study for the purposes of establishing the existence of said rationality. What? Windowag hisses. I should kill you, worm, for daring to speak to my master as an equal, when you should kneel before your superior. But we need all the warriors we can get right now. Caleb takes in Windowag's striking appearance, and the color drains from his face. Caleb is a crusader name. Are you a crusader? I hereby give you a name worthy of a demon. Foul Snout.
Yeah!
Biting his lip, the bolt cultist proudly thrusts out his chest. Thank you, sir. Foul Snout furrows his brow in a display of menace, trying to show his brutal determination to take on all the Crusader forces put together. Listen to your gut. Stop wasting valuable fuel. If you like burning books, go rig the Great Garrison Library. Our enemies might try to sneak in there. Step to it. There's plenty more where that came from, sir. I'll do everything you've ordered, and just as soon as those Crusaders arrive, they'll be dead meat. I'll go make sure that we get another. No, make it another 2 barrels of alchemist fire from the Grey Garrison storeroom. Things are going to burn right up in there. See, the storyteller. Hey, he was in there. A blind elf stands before you. He looks extremely strange. He's the exact same portrait. They didn't update it at all.
He's still the same. He's very old.
Or they're very lazy is a better way to say it.
And he's trainer touch. He should be dead. Because compared to
Alright,
humanity,
that's enough of that. Alright. A blind elf stands before you. He looks very strange. His face wears its years heavily, which is unusual for members of his race. Thinning gray hair, a ragged beard, sightless milky eyes, pale papery skin covered in age spots, a spine curved by the passage of time. This is not how elves typically age. The youth that graces the faces of elves, even on their deathbed, has totally abandoned this decrepit specimen. That is an elf, with a beard. I guess the worst can be found even among the best. A bearded elf? How very intriguing. If you please, I would like to pluck out a hair of that phenomenon manifesting on your chin. In the interest of science, of course. The old elf hands out his hand in your direction in the perennial gesture of the blind, greeting you with an unexpectedly strong and calm voice. Hello, I am Storyteller, and I wish to thank my rescuers. That is you, if I'm not mistaken. Storyteller's mysterious elf traveler who arrived in Canabras shortly before Discari attacked. The strangest part about him is not his blindness, but the fact that he looks ancient, even though old age typically does not affect the appearance of elves. This enigmatic figure harbors many secrets. I'm sure spoilers will be willing to shout them out. Right, Plain or Touched? Alright, let's see. Who are you? The old elf frowns. I prefer people call me Storyteller. It very accurately describes the sphere of my occupation and interest. In most of the places I have been, I am known by that name. Ember. When I was little, my mother and father used to tell me stories. But I have no one to tell me stories now. Sometimes Grandma does in my dreams, but I always forget them in the morning. Can you tell me a story? The corner of the blind elf's mouth slowly creep upward. For you, I may have a story to tell, but perhaps it is you who has a story for me. How come you didn't burn in the fire? To tell the truth, I myself do not know. I felt the heat, it was so strong. I waited for the pain, the burning, but I was unscathed. But the smoke nearly did finish me off. It may be some form of magical protection against fire, but I don't know by what means I may have acquired it. Just another oddity for my collection of the inexplicable. Gloom steals across the storyteller's pensive face. I want to talk to you about something. The old elf responds with dignity and courtesy, but firmly. In thanks for my rescuers, I of course will render you a service in turn, whatever it may be. However, at this moment, I wish to be somewhere safer than the present surroundings. My recent adventures have fatigued me greatly. I would be grateful if you could help me to find a safe shelter of some kind. The stubborn set of the elf's mouth tells you that he won't change his mind. Finian, the talking weapon. We can't not help him. If it was up to me, Grandfather Elf, I'd throw you over my shoulder and carry you out of here. This is no place for old folks. Thanks, buddy. All right, I'm taking you to the Defender's Heart. Please accept my sincere thanks once again, and if I may, please don't rush. I will struggle to keep up with your young legs. Want to go to Defender's Heart now? Sure. And then we just teleport. Okay.
It was the library.
Yeah. Think I can go back? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Still on that.
You want me to take him back? I did. Let's see. The blind elf looks better than he did in your last encounter. His clothes are clean and his pale face has some color. The elf turns to you and listens closely. Is that you, my savior? I recognize your footsteps. Determined footsteps befitting a determined person. Allow me to thank you again for saving me. Please accept this humble gift as a token of my appreciation. The elf hands you a small black ring with 2 scarlet runes on it. Storyteller's ring received. Arabeth has explained why you were looking for me. I warned the authorities of Canabris that the local wardstone had been desecrated. They waved off my warning and paid for their inaction. I have examined many wardstones, but only in the one guarding Canabris did I sense a flaw. A spot of corruption inside, a vulnerability the demons will surely use. They are able to spread the blight inside the wardstone, corrupt it, and make it their weapon. It frightens me to think what it will be capable of. The wardstone must be destroyed. Who are you and why did they let you examine the wardstone? The elf smiles faintly. I am the storyteller, just an old elf. And a bit more. I am old even for an elf. I have seen many things and have been to many places. Not so long ago, I witnessed the making of a young kingdom in the Stolen Lands, led by a remarkable and promising individual. My advice on the complicated matter of conquering those lands proved useful to that leader. Who could it be? This is not uncommon for me. Some seek my advice or services, and I don't refuse. This is how I acquired my reputation as an old vagrant who's never hurt anyone, stayed out of others' squabbles, but sometimes gave good advice. I had a few friends in Nerosian who vouched for my integrity. This is why my humble request to be allowed to see the wardstone was granted. I visited all of them, but only found cause for alarm in Canabris. Do you wield some special magic power, some instinct? The storyteller chuckles. Yes, to a certain extent. But it is more of a gift. I can see the past. Stories that have happened. I touch an object, and shreds of its owner's memories are revealed to my mind. Their emotions, passions, and tragedies. I see visions like I am them, and their stories happen to me. This is my power. I've been roaming the world gathering such stories for many thousands of years. One day I will gather them all. What blight is concealed in the Wardstone? I'm afraid I don't have the answer to your question. To understand the nature of this blight, we need to understand how the Wardstone was created, and it is hidden from me. I can only guess. Have you heard of the Rid Morning Massacre? A dreadful morning remembered with fear even by those not yet born at the time. A demoness called Minago invaded the city with a crowd of her followers and started to do what demons do best: kill and desecrate. They say they covered the Wardstone with pieces of dead bodies, splashed it with blood from top to bottom. Could such an abomination darken the radiance of the gift of Iomedae herself? The locals think this is impossible, but who knows? It was not the last attack. Many demon leaders brought their unholy forces here, even the terrifying Balor, Khorramzada. Their attacks were rebuffed, but they still reached their target. I think this is when the seed of corruption was planted in the stone. It wouldn't have grown on its own, but Daskari himself has now come to take advantage of this weakness, to open the abscess that has been festering for years, unnoticed by the people of Kenabres. And when the demon lord struck the blow, and the weakened stone gave in. Now it's in demon hands, and nothing is stopping them from spreading the blight throughout the entire stone, and from it to the other stones along the whole perimeter of the world wound. Why did you travel to the Wardstone? I tried to see their stories. The visions I had when I touched the Wardstones were unclear. I saw hundreds, maybe thousands of different stories at the same time. They followed each other like flashes of lightning. It was impossible to separate them. I couldn't understand where one of them ended and the next began. I have heard you, storyteller. In that case, you must make every possible effort to destroy the corruption. Unfortunately, I don't know where to get an instrument powerful enough to banish it from the Wardstone. As far as I know, there is nothing like it in Kenabres. But the demons might have something. Search the place where Tyrendelev died. I heard the dying roar of Tyrendelev, the silver dragon, the protector of the city. At the same time, I felt a wave of unfamiliar power sweep over me from head to toe. I would advise you to go to where Tyrendelev perished, and perhaps there, and search there for something. I'm sorry I can't be more specific, but intuition and a strange sense of rightness tells me to point you there. Present the purple stone knife. I found it in the square where Tyrendelev perished. What do you make of it? Let's see. The storyteller reaches out and says softly, "Even from here I can feel strange energies emanating from this object. If you don't mind, I will examine it, using my method. I will try to see the past of its owner, their emotions and shreds of their memories." Maybe it'll help us better understand what we are dealing with. The storyteller touches the knife, his fingers clamping around the hilt with a hungry, masterful grip. His face contorts into an evil grimace, his voice disgustingly raspy. Hunger. My many legs bring me into the lair, to my mother's feasting hall. Her swollen body overfilled with food is so huge that I have to look at it with all of my eyes at once. On top is her scrawny little head, with a long beak that is always yearning for more food. You feel feverish, and your chest, where the mysterious wound is concealed, feels hot. Your mind is flooded with a wave of visions, visions that repeat the words of the old elf. Mother greets me with a placid screech, stupid greedy wretch, whose only achievement is my birth. A creeping wingless creature, it's your fault I have no wings. A symbol of greatness, a birthright I should have received from my mighty father. Mother points me to a crowd of whimpering subjects, suggesting I fortify myself with their pathetic flesh. Not today. I summon my spawn and they fly to me, enveloping me in a teeming cloud. Like dark buzzing wings, they unfold behind my back and lift me up. Mother has always been stronger, but she did not expect this. I dive on her and rip her limp, bloated body with my claws. Ichor splatters. The bones spur on my heels, sink into her flesh. I clench her pitiful tiny head and tear it off along with the shreds of meat. Victory! I am the strongest. I am the son of the winged father. The elf grimaces with distaste. His voice becomes normal again. Appalling. Stories like that are the most difficult ones to keep with me. Did this knife belong to a demon? The storyteller opens his mouth to answer, but a sudden spasm crosses his face. A new vision, a much stronger one, engulfs the old elf. The malevolent undertones vanish from his voice as it grows more determined and tired. Even looking at the wardstone is difficult. Despite the corruption nesting in it, it still has an aura of strength. Your fingers clench the stone hilt so tight it hurts. A little spot on the flawless surface of the wardstone draws your attention. It looks like a butterfly. Corruption in the guise of something utterly harmless, but it will grow. You swing and stab the butterfly with the knife as hard as you can. Your fingers cramp painfully. A howl invades your ears. Light, white light, everywhere. The stone falls from the old elf's hand. Out of breath, he drops to his knees. He is trembling. The terror on his face is unlike his usual dignified manner. What was that? That was not the past. That was something that is yet to happen, or rather might happen. One of the roads to the future. In one of the possible futures, this item will help you cleanse the wardstone, or to destroy it. You feel a longing to take the stone chisel and plunge it into your chest, right into the wound that has opened up in it. It is hard to resist this feeling, but at the last moment, your self-preservation instinct takes over, and you manage to keep control of your own hands. The old man stands up. He looks completely stunned. Never before has anything like this happened to me. But how? I am not an oracle or a prophet. Or is this another riddle from the past that has caught up with me? I must find out. Seeing stories that has happened is one thing, but seeing stories that are yet to happen, I don't know why this is happening now, but there is one thing I'm sure of. This is not a coincidence. This is a sign of coming changes, great changes. I shared your vision, and this knife tempted me. Did you see what I saw? This has never happened before. Could it be the magic of the object that you brought me? I sense dark energies in it that can cloud and charm the mind. Be careful with this item. It may have tried to influence you, but you managed to overcome its power and subdue it. Or perhaps something else happened to us. Something we don't yet understand. Can you see the future? I don't know. Obviously I can, but nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The future never opened its secrets to me before I met you. Gods, who are you, and why have our paths crossed? I feel this is not a coincidence. Something momentous is happening. Destiny is pushing us towards something, but what? Questions without answers. I swear, this morning I couldn't have imagined what awaited me. Maybe it's the knife that gives you the power of divination. This knife is a powerful artifact, but I feel that its power is of a different nature. No, I felt the same as I do when I tell the past. This is my gift, but manifested in a completely abnormal way. Is what you saw destined to happen? No, the future is not set. It used to be, a long time ago, when the god Eredin guarded Golarion, but not now. Prophecies do not come true. Or they do, but not the way they were supposed to. I only saw one version of the future, one of the paths leading to it. But the choice has not been made. Our destinies are not set in stone. Who were you in your vision? I don't know. Someone strong and desperate enough to resort to extreme measures. I felt that what I was doing had to be done. Your powers are amazing. A few minutes ago, I would have agreed with you, but the thing that has just happened, it disturbs me. My gift has never manifested like this. Something has changed, and these changes frighten me. Alright? Remind me why it's so important to cleanse the Wardstone of corruption? Let's see. Yeah, he just says the same thing. Alright. Heard you. Please examine the items I'm carrying. Perhaps one of them could tell us a story. The storyteller nods politely. Let me touch them, and I'll tell you what I can see. The old elf carefully takes Yaniel's sword, Radiance. Powerful forces lie dormant in this sword. It used to belong to an incredibly bright and daring soul. The storyteller's hand runs carefully over the scale that has still not lost its shine. Proud Torendaliv, protector of Kenabres. You devoted your life to serving people. Your death is a great loss. But maybe I will be able to find out something about you that is unknown to your many admirers. Right. The storyteller's hand touches Finian. What a peculiar weapon. I sense intelligence in it, but it seems dented. Ha 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 ha! Grandpa Elf, watch where you're poking your fingers. It tickles. The storyteller fiddles with a fragment of a gold buckle. An old thing, created long ago by divine will. But the power that gave birth to it is lost in the darkness. However, the relic still lives on, though it has changed. I wonder what secret it is hiding. Would you like to know? Bring me 5 vials of magic essence, and I will revive this object, and with it, its story. Restoring a broken gold buckle. Okay. So, that. Alright, we have more important things to do. Return with new stories. I will be waiting. Oh, hold on. Can I help you? The storyteller nods gratefully. I appreciate your offer. I have reason to believe that somewhere in Kenabres there is a manuscript offered by an elf from Keonan, who witnessed Earthfall. The storyteller's voice suddenly breaks, and he stops for a moment. For personal reasons, I would like to examine it, but no matter how hard I try, I have failed to find it. Even in the Blackwing Library, I only found a mention that the manuscript exists and is held somewhere in the city. I assume it's stored in the Grey Garrison. They wouldn't let me into the archive when I visited. All those crusaders were nervous about the strange blind elf interested in their secrets. It's understandable. The crusade naturally made them a little paranoid. But now the Grey Garrison has fallen into the enemy's hands. I would be grateful if I could see the manuscript. Alright. I'd like to know more about you. The old elf permits himself a faint smile. I am not surprised. A strange, peculiar-looking elf with unusual powers, who comes from afar and calls himself a collector of stories. Such things usually spark some interest. I will answer your questions. Okay. We'll just go down the line. Let me grab some water. All this talking. Oh, bro, you want some water?
Yeah.
Ice or just tap?
Just tap.
Here you go.
Here.
Alright, that hit the spot. Now, where was I? Alright, who are you and where are you from? Before, I would have said that I was a blacksmith from Keonan, who lost his sight and then found his true calling in a new craft. Oh, hello! Ah, damn. Hello, Atrocious! Alright. Great to see you. I will be on pretty much all day tomorrow. Well, not literally all day, but you know. A day off work lets me marathon. And compared to the rest of the world, I got a lot of catching up to do on Wrath of the Righteous. Let's see. Alright, let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, found his true calling in a new craft, that of a story collector. But I have lately begun to suspect that those words are no more than a lie. The old elf chuckles sadly. It's quite the irony. I never thought I'd have cause to complain about my memory. It holds the stories of the entire world, but I've noticed more and more alarming signs recently. I encounter ancient stories and see myself in them. I don't remember those events, but stories cannot lie. So it means that my memory is lying, and I intend to get to the bottom of it. I'm looking for proof that my visions are true, and for the reason why my past has been hidden from me. So how long are you gonna stream? Did you win the fight, by the way? I fell asleep. Let's see. Fights. And against the demons, I won. However, there was one casualty. The reason I won the fight was mostly due to Ninio. Like when you find her, she has like 2 casts of the create pit trap or pit spell, and that really helped like keep like a large number of enemies from falling in or from just flooding in. And the ones that could come in, they were already damaged, so wasn't really much to worry about. All in all, it went pretty damn well. The second try. Let's see. Where was I? Alright. Oh man, it's quite the irony. I never thought I'd have reason to complain. Oh yeah. Then to get to the bottom of it, I'm looking for proof that my visions are true, and for the reason why my past has been hidden from me. Alright, you look ancient. I thought elves didn't get old. The blind man straightens his bony back with dignity. As you can see, we do if we manage to live for many thousands of years. There may not be a single mortal in this world older than me. The storyteller sighs and continues with a sad smile. Anyway, it's not about time. It's about the stories I keep inside. There is so much suffering and sadness in this world, and in my stories too. I've lived every one of them. I've drunk this bitter experience and accepted it in my heart. It's hard, the weight of all this suffering on my shoulders, but I wouldn't trade my burden for any other. Where did you get your strange powers? The storyteller shrugs. I've always got along well with things. I used to be a blacksmith. That I know for sure. I've always felt the essence of things, their spirit. For as long as I can remember, I have always been able to feel the traces of memories and feelings left on things by their former owners. I don't know where this gift comes from. Maybe having taken my sight, the gods granted me another sense. Why did you come to the world wound? Searching for the truth about my real past has brought me here. I saw myself in other stories. In them, I was called the elf in the tower. Now I'm looking for this tower, my tower, everywhere. I've been to many places. I've visited islands and deserts, but I haven't found it. There are very few uncharted territories on my map. The world wound is one of them. How do you collect stories? The same way a court philanderer collects his conquests, the way a healer has a personal cemetery of patients he failed to save, the way every person, including you, has a box of secret, most precious experiences deep down in their soul that no one is allowed to touch. It's actually dumb to think about the fact that his sight can maybe be healed by going to a cleric. Shush! Don't tell them. Remove blindness is a spell, but if it was done by a curse, then he could have just had remove curse. However, it depends. Like, for example, when Tristian took his own sight, the damage was so severe that going to a cleric wasn't going to do anything. I don't know, maybe there's a higher level spell. I think there's a spell that lets you regrow a limb if you get cut off.
Yeah, but it depends on the nature of it. If it's done by a higher god, they can't really do that.
Oh. Okay, yeah. If a god does something, another god can't just trespass on it. Because otherwise it's like...
another war.
Yeah, you start a holy war for the dumbest reason. It's like, I'm sorry, buddy, but like... It's either you or another holy crusade.
Yeah.
Like, and those never end well. No, Tristian chose to keep his eyes damaged. He could have healed. What? I gave that fucker blind sight. I wasted a feat on him. He could have just chosen. Oh man, that's lame.
When he becomes back into his, angel
No,
form,
he has the ability to turn into his angel form for like 20 rounds a day, and still nothing. I gave him blind fight, and I'm gonna give him improved blind fight because scorching ray is a really good spell.
Don't want you to miss.
All right. At any rate, moving on. Yeah, we're almost at that. Let's see. All right. The world is not made of things or matter even. It's made of stories. Oh, the Lindsay approach. Got it. They move from the past to the future, piercing our world at the point of here and now. They give meaning to everything. They are the meaning, and everything else is only the setting required for stories to exist. There is nothing more real and alive than a story, and anything real and alive can die or be destroyed, distorted, forgotten. But as long as I carry these stories with me, they will not be lost. This is why I don't often share my stories. By sharing one with you, I give you the right to tell it to others, to distort and embellish it advertently or inadvertently. How can I be sure you will keep its original purity? Stories travel from one person to another. They change, become distorted, turn into tall tales. This is why I keep my stories to myself. I have no more questions for you. Alright? That's what you think. In fact, the world is full of amazing things, and you still have a lot of questions. They just haven't bubbled up to the surface of your consciousness yet. Okay, he's got me. I have a few questions about... Yep, there it is. I have a few questions about our encounter in the Blackwing Library. Of course, I make no secret of why I came to the library. I was looking for something. What were you doing there? I was looking for a very old thing. Rumor has it, some ancient scroll or a book page about the times of Earthfall is held in Canabras. According to the legend, it describes the last days of the proud kingdom of Kionin, later abandoned by the elves fleeing Golarion. I have a vague hope that the events described in it will shed some light on my past. Did you find what you were looking for? The storyteller shakes his head gloomily. Alas, no. But I found proof that the book I'm looking for is in Canabras, or at least a part of it is. I see. Thank you again for your help. I have to go. I wish you interesting adventures. Alright. With that aside, I'm gonna go over here to Gamil Hawks and sell all this extra crap I have. Okay, I have a lot more crap than that. I'm not going to keep... What the hell? Yeah, I'm not going to keep this +1 hide armor. A flail of heavy flail of weakness. Alright, I'm gonna hold on. Fuck, I'm a fighter. Damn, that's right. Every weapon is available, so I can't just toss everything because it might actually come up as useful. Oh no, the cold iron short spear +1. I don't need this because I can just have Finian turn into that. Abrupt scimitar. Let's see, every hit causes a stun chance, so we'll keep that. Braces of armor, don't need that. The only people who would benefit have mage armor. I really wish there was some way of like being able to convert items into materials. But that's something that only happens in MMOs. Alright, got a recipe. A small bag of holding. I can always use those. Let's see. I know I gotta get a kit for, was it the scribing kit? Something for scribing scrolls. I don't know if I need anything for what I need for mix of spices. No. No. Glove of Neophyte. Whenever the wearer casts a cantrip or a first level spell, it deals 1 additional point of damage per die roll. What? So if I use magic missile, that means it's an extra 3d6 or 3 points of damage? That's not bad at all. What else we got? Counterfeit Derek Sunhammer's jewelry. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Dark Omen. If the wearer of this ring has the ability to cast spells spontaneously, it grants them the ability to cast the following spells: Ray of Enfeeblement, Scare, Ray of Exhaustion, Fear, and Waves of Fatigue. To cast a spell, the wearer still needs to have a spell slot. Oh, come on, man. That's meh. Alright. Alright, so this guy does not sell any kits. I think Atrocious already, you told me that clerical sell that stuff though, so it's not the end of the world. There. Now I'm considered light.
Move out.
Oh, right. The history. Why did I in ascending order of oldest to newest? Alright. Copy pastry. What is his name? Sure. And well, we have Storyteller's Ring. +1 bonus on saving throws. Against fire-based effects. Sure. Give that to me. Let's see. Neophytes, level 1 spells will deal extra damage. Give that to Ninio. Nice. Alright. Let's see. Vaseline. Show me the scrolls. Is he selling anything aside from scrolls? Here. Nope. Notable items, diamond dust, consumables. I see a lot of scrolls, obviously. But I'm not seeing anything about the scribe scrolls from him. Ingredients. Oh, no, here we go. Alchemist kits, scroll scriber kit. Oh my god, it's a fucking tongue twister. Right, let's see. This kit allows you to create scrolls of level 1 spells. Sure. And an alchemist kit. Potions of first level spells. Sure. It'd be nice if he sold like recipes. But oh well. Oh, he sells Bracers of the Wizard. +2 armor bonus. More importantly, a +3 bonus on all knowledge arcana checks. But I can't afford it right now. Guardian of Life. As long as the wearer of this amulet is under the effect of the Death Ward spell, they get a +2 bonus morale bonus to armor class against undead. If they use any single target Cure Wound spell on a target whose current number of HP is 0 or less, the target is healed for an additional number of hit points equal to their number of hit dice. That's pretty good. Icy Protector, +2 natural armor, cold resistance 10. If the wearer has the Ice Plant Phalanx, yeah, okay, sure. And he sells whatever I sold him already. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Let's see, selling in type. Right, whatever, deal. With my current weight at 0.9 pounds, I think I'm ready to just go ahead and grab whatever. But before anything else, personal chest. Oh, right! I should have did this a while ago. Since I got the higher pack, I got starting equipment that I should have been able to have access to a long time ago. I thought I didn't get that. I'm putting all the books away. Alright. Briefling account book. Yellow letter. Tome. Alright, so what do we have here? We have an unidentified helmet. Oh wait, no, hold on. Before anything, in ascending order from oldest to newest. There. Alright, so we got hat, gloves, glasses, bracers, boots, amulet, and a head chomper. A pet owl cat. +2 bonus to perception and or nature. Alright. Let's see. Gives a +5 to max HP. Okay. I'll give that to... I'm already wearing headgear. I took away her headgear and gave it to Ember, so I'll give Sela the magnificent plume hat. There, she's real stylish. Dashing Cavalier's gloves. All right. Let's see. It doesn't matter. All right, wait. +1 morale bonus to attack rolls. In addition, a +2 on damage rolls while mounted. Well, I don't have a mount yet, but I don't have to say no to this, so I'm gonna put that on for me. Rat Catcher's Goggles. A +2 damage bonus. +2 on damage rolls against swarms. That's kind of useless on me, isn't it? Since I can't damage swarms because I'm melee. I guess I can give it to... I can give it to Ember. Let's see, Righteous Exorcist Bracers. +1 morale bonus on damage rolls against demons. What do I got? A luck bonus to AC. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna keep that. Alright. I guess just give it to Seela. She hates demons. Free Dancer's Boots. +2 competence bonus on saving throws against movement and pairing of conditions. I can wear those. And last, Silver Tongue Amulet. A +2 bonus on persuasion skill checks. Sure. Is it actually... No? Alright. And Head Chomper. I gave Ember all the pets. She gets to have all those.
Head on.
Right. So I'm currently weighed down by nothing. Alright, let's go. Ember doesn't use Lore Nature though. But she uses Perception. Oh, that's right. Let's see. And the Pipe Fox gives an Insight bonus. Tiger gives a Morale bonus. And so does Head Chomper. Alright. And they both already give Lore Nature anyway. Alright. So, fine. There's no point in doubling up on that if it doesn't stack. Who has a good Lore Nature check then? Yeah, she's got a +8. I don't. Alright. So Lore Nature +8, +3. No, Windowak has a +9. Yep, no, we give it to Windowak.
Okay.
She has a Head Chomper.
And what's her stuff at now?
Her stealth? Doesn't really matter. I never planned on her multi-classing in this playthrough. Stealth is +5, but that's because her dexterity is naturally +5. She's only training up Perception and Lore Nature.
I lead. You follow.
Hey, she gonna become an assassin?
Not in this playthrough, no. Well, maybe. Again, I have this playthrough set up where everyone but Lewis is going to level up just automatically. So there's not a whole lot. Hopefully it means that there's no screw up. I don't think I have any other quest I need to do. Alright. Jana. Nothing. Oh yeah, Nenio wants me to explore some ancient ruins. Let's go check out the Blackwing Library. Everyone's moving fast because I'm now no longer weighed down. Damn, I really should have got that that bag of holding as soon as I could.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Oh, there will be screwing. You can have a goddamn succubus on your party. How is there not gonna be screwing? Oh, you meant something else, maybe. Yes, I meant something else. But you know what? Your head's in a game, so, and it's not necessarily the wrong game. What is this guy? A Marauder Bard. It's the lone Marauder Bard. Okay. Take his stuff. He had a long spear, a chain shirt, and a scroll of protection from evil.
Picked the wrong card.
Soot is restless. I wonder why.
No clue. You got all your animal companions summoned.
You are my favorite aid.
Good. Not you.
Where do you want me?
Here we go. Summon Chomper. There. You should head to Arende's party. I kind of didn't want to miss out on anything from the Blackwing Library, but like, where's Arende's party? The Grey Garrison? Oh no, I remember now. The one noble guy that Camilla wanted to save. What the heck is that? Yeah. Arende's party house. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. It says an hour. Let's go. And there's another fight, of course.
Bathe in your blood.
There's more bards. Alright. Yeah, I got it. I have it already on. Right, they're all going after me, which is fine. Alright. Go after the archer. And just crit. It's like when an arrow kills someone and they bust. It's like popping a balloon. It's a bloody balloon. There's a lot of crows.
This war must end.
Indeed. Heal me up a bit. Thanks. Windwog. There. Alright, we're good to go. Damn. Alright. Alright, we are going to stop here for now. And tomorrow we are going to... I'm going to be on early. Then I'm just going to try to marathon as much as I can. But yeah, tomorrow we'll be going on with Arende's party house. Atrocious, I'm glad you were able to join me today. Yeah. Again, like I said, tomorrow I'll be on early because I got the day off from work. And that's about it. So, till then, take care.